So Arsenal 3, Burnley 1, and we have surpassed the top Spurs, who have had back-to-back losses. Ange Ball is in the mud right now, but the season is not done yet. We're joint top. Obviously, Man City have got a game tomorrow. Wasn't an electrifying performance, but as Kenny just said, it was more of a professional performance. Yeah, it was domination, really. Like, they didn't really threaten our goal. The goalkeeper again could have just had a cigar on the go and a deck chair out and a bottle of rum. Easy, really. A couple of little pot shots here and there that they had, a couple straight scuff shots at him. 35 scored a great goal, Di Canio-esque. Trossard, well done again to 35. What a cross that was. And Saka, the only time I really noticed him really in the game, flicking that header onto Trossard. Trossard's corners today. Yeah, maybe Martinelli and Saka can watch Trossard in training crossing the ball, because he was putting him on a plate. And then Saliba, recovery tackle, fantastic, and then got a goal as well. Midfield, pretty decent as well, apart from Fabio Vieira when he got sent off. But what did you make of that, Jez?
Yeah, it was a decent performance. It was sort of a bit of a professional performance. That's what I would class it. It wasn't dynamic. It was control the game, put the pressure on, and walk away with the 3 points. Yeah, I mean, Trossard today, man, absolutely bang on. That first cross he stuck in there for Saliba, it was practically going to go in the net anyway. You know, it was class. Absolutely.
The goalkeeper looked about 12.
Yeah. No, it was a good, it was solid. It was a decent setup. The midfield, I wasn't convinced again. I mean, oh dear God, Havertz, man. When is it time to call time? You know, because
I think Arteta did today, because I was shocked he subbed him, because we've seen him play 98 minutes, 100 odd minutes, another 100 minutes night, and he's played. That's his 18th game for Arsenal, and he scored 1 goal, which was a penalty that we gifted him. Yeah, he's been poor, man, and it's like playing with 10 men today, and Sevilla the other day. It didn't really matter. Yeah, but when you're coming up against better teams, it is going to matter. You can't have a passenger in that team, and I think Arteta. Somebody said to me the other day, maybe he's just playing him with this run of fixtures we've had, because he knew the fixtures we should get through. Yeah. But now we're going to go into December, and we've got some tough games in December.
Yeah.
It's like maybe now he's going to go, right, sit down, mate. I've given you 20 games on the spin.
Yeah. I think you're probably totally right, Lee, on that. I think he's tried in various roles. None of it's worked. So to me, the guy needs to go in January. Whether that will happen, I doubt. But you can't play Man City. We got away with it at home. We beat them 1-0. A deflected goal. Fair play. You know, it takes that win again. We come up against Liverpool away, Villa away. It proved it with Newcastle. We're a decent team now. You can't carry passengers, mate. You've got to put your shift in, and this guy's not doing it, I'm afraid. And you'll see that in my reflection of the player ratings we'll do in a bit. He's just not the levels, man, for this club. Sorry, but 65 million could have done a lot better. We could have got 2 players for that.
100%. We could have got Maddison and Basuma for the same price.
Yeah.
Like crazy, really. But him and Saka. Yeah, like I didn't think Saka did anything today, really. I know he set the first goal up, which was obviously right on half time, and we were all like holding our breaths, thinking like, hopefully Trossard's fine, and luckily he was. Yeah, but other than that, I didn't really see Saka get into the game today. Martinelli did similar to what he did on was it Wednesday against Sevilla, where he was skinning the right back, left, right, and centre, but the end product was lacking. Yeah, he had a shot where straight at the goalkeeper, no composure really. I thought he played all right, Martinelli. Yeah, but Saka, I didn't even see him second half. And that's a worry for us, because albeit, yes, he's got an assist today and that bumps his figures up, cool. But the performances, yeah, we're getting through the games and we're getting the results, but the performances from certain players, it's not great. Yeah, it's not great. Yeah, today, yeah, our left back was quality. He was absolutely quality. And for me, he was very close to being my man of the match. Yeah, it was only the fact that Trossard.
I know, sorry.
35, I'm not mentioning his name. The politician. Yeah. But him and Trossard today, I thought they were good. And I said this to Kenny earlier. Yeah, like when you're playing against a team that are not really going to come and have a go at you, you need to have players that are intricate, that can play short, quick passes and find the gap outside of the boot, reverse balls and stuff like that. And he excels in them games. But I don't want to see him at left back. Yeah, why don't you put him in midfield next to Declan Rice? Because he's so good on the ball, 35, and Trossard's so good on the ball that you will open spaces. And it's like, no, listen, I'm not complaining. I thought the only downsides today were the fact that 29 was crap again, shock, and Saka weren't really great again today. And it was like, but Saka, you never know. Maybe he'll come through back end of the season. Yeah, normally he starts really well. And listen, his goals and assists are decent, but his performance level has been nowhere near what it was last season, but neither has Arsenal's. Yeah, and it's maybe, with Vieira getting sent off, Jorginho, I thought, did all right today. Rice again, the back line, the centre backs didn't really get tested. Yeah, Saliba got his goal. He couldn't really miss from there, let's be real. Yeah, he made a great recovery challenge, but it was, like you said, professional performance. But, when we're going up against Villa away in a few weeks' time and Brentford, we've got to get stuck in. Yeah, and I think that Kenny mentioned it on his fan cam. When Eddie came on, that he said that guy was a passenger, and he was, wasn't he? It was like, we've got so many good players, yeah, but we've got a lot of good players injured. Ben White's the latest one. Yeah, Jorginho, I hope he's all right. Claret everywhere. Yeah, but it's like we've got so many decent players injured, but we're not playing great. Yeah, but we're getting the wins, which is keeping everyone on board. But for me, I don't think it's sustainable. We come up against a better team today. With the amount of times they got down the wing and got into the box and we're making last-ditch tackle or last-ditch header, it's like you come up against a better team, but then how many better teams in the league are there than Arsenal?
Well, the thing is, I totally agree with Saka. I think he's still carrying that injury, man, what he had last season. He didn't look on it today. Something I was thinking about, right? When Arsenal are so much dominant in a game, right? Our defence goes to sleep because they're not being challenged. Because they're not being challenged. And if you're just drifting around, I mean, all right, you've got the Tomiyasu and you had Zinchenko, who I thought was absolutely superb today. Coming forward, they're involved in the game. But Saliba and Gabriel, they're just holding back. They're playing the high line up at the halfway. But the fact is, they're not really that involved in the game too much. Corners, okay, they go up for the corners, and a great goal by Saliba today, by the way. Got it right underneath in front of the keeper. Right, I mean, that was a brilliant cross from Trossard. As you quite rightly say, Martinelli, I think you can learn from that, man, because I think some of your corners recently have been bloody awful. But it does concern me. It does concern me when our defence does at times just go to sleep a little bit because they're not really in the game.
It's like it's too easy. So it's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, and that could cost us. I know that won't happen against the bigger teams, Liverpool away, and that's always a scary one. Man City away is going to be a tough one because they're going to come on us big time because they want revenge. And we'll see what happens at Villa away. I mean, they're a decent side. They've won
about 13 games in a row at home.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's not going to be an easy day out. Brighton away, I'll be at that game, so that'll be interesting.
Liverpool right on top of Christmas, 2 days before Christmas. Then we've got West Ham. Then we've got Fulham. Tricky away days.
Fulham away can be a naughty one.
Yeah, but I think West Ham's at home. I may be wrong, but I think it's at home. And then we've got Fulham away. Tricky away days. And listen, Fulham got a result against the Emirates. Yeah, and when I've watched them since, they've been crap. It's like, how did we concede 2 to that at home? Like, it's crazy. But this is why we need to jockey for position in terms of player personnel. It's like everyone has to do it. Yeah. And listen, today was a day where we knew we'd beat Burnley. I predicted 4-0.
I said 5.
There you go. So we were all super confident. Even the most ardent Burnley fan weren't coming to the Emirates today expecting anything. Yeah, they've been battered all season. They're one. If Sheffield United get a result tomorrow, a draw or a win, Burnley are bottom. Yeah, so they're not great. Yeah, and I think everyone expected us to win. But cool, we got the job done. Yeah, the goal we conceded was very disappointing. Yeah, Tomiyasu, people are saying it was a foul, whatever. If that game ends 1-1, everyone will be up in arms about VAR. Yeah, but we've got the win, so nobody's going to really mention it. They're going to be just hyping about the player performances today. Yeah. And that is why I get the ump sometimes. It's like, okay, cool. You can kick off and say it's a disgrace and embarrassing against Newcastle, but that's because we didn't get the result. If we had battered Newcastle 3 or 4-1, nobody would care about that goal. Today, nobody's going to care about Tomiyasu being slightly touched in the back and falling over because we got the goals and we won the game. We got the points and we're joint top. And it's like, be consistent with it. Like, you can't brush that under the carpet today because we got the win and it feels great. But then kick off when you don't get the win, you have one shot on target and lose by a goal similar. So it's what it is. But listen, we're joint top of the league. Man City have got a game in hand. If Liverpool win by 3 tomorrow, I think they go above us. Obviously, the top Spurs lost today. And is what it is, isn't it? Is what it is. We're still there. It's getting closer and closer to January as well. So we've got a chance to strengthen in January, but we'll see.
Well, it's nice to go in 3 points before this bullshit international break drama. Absolutely hate it because there's nothing to talk about. The views you get on your channels are rubbish because nobody's interested. There's nothing around. So that's why I said last night after I did my little show, I'm going to do a couple more during the international break. I'm not going to flood my show with doing them because people get bored with it. And they don't get great views anyway, to be fair, the history shows. So
make sure you sub to Arsenal History and More. It'll be in the title.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. I mean, I don't know. Arsenal, mate, they're a funny beast, aren't they? Really. 1 minute they're up there, next minute they're down, and then 3 points, international break oncoming, and we can all sit around and be absolutely bullshitters because there's no proper football.
Facts. And on that bombshell, we're going to wrap this up. Make sure you sub to Jez's channel. Yeah, do Matty's fan cam. Check out Kenny's and mine. And then we're going to do player ratings. And we're out of here, people. Laters.